What is going on, guys? Paul Ryan back at it again. I hope everybody's having a good night. I was just looking up the injury report for the Week 18 matchup between the Cowboys and the Commanders, and it did look like, excuse me, guys, sorry, any players of significance on either side will be missing any major players. The reason I bring this up is this Week 18 matchup does have some significance, albeit not for the Cowboys, outside of playing spoiler. And when I say playing spoiler, I mean knocking the Commanders all the way from the sixth seed potentially to the seventh seed, if you want to call that a spoil. But I do find it interesting that this game does have some meaning because I make light of Cowboys potentially knocking Commanders from the sixth seed to the seventh seed. There is some significance for the Commanders as far as being the seventh seed compared to the sixth seed. I believe if they were to be the seventh seed, they would be playing the Philadelphia Eagles, which for most teams, that's going to be a difficult matchup, especially if Jalen Hurts plays, which I haven't looked at an updated injury report on the Eagles or Jalen Hurts, but I'd imagine he'll be ready by come playoff time. And if they are the sixth seed, I think they go and they face maybe Minnesota Vikings, which definitely not an easy matchup, but maybe slightly easier than the Philadelphia Eagles. Reason being is I think that the Philadelphia Eagles offense would be a little too much for the Commanders to contain. And, the way the Vikings offense is playing, it's, probably too much for the Commanders to contain as well. But I guess we'll see when that day comes. But yeah, I just found that interesting that the Cowboys do, again, have a reason to play some of their guys. I know that I saw a report that Trey Lance was going to be getting some significant snaps. I think we've heard that a few times, and it never really ever amounted to anything. But maybe this time could be different. A couple of nights ago, I did talk about how Cooper Rush, if he plays, I believe it's like 34 snaps this week, that he will set a bonus, or rather, he will activate a bonus, a salary bonus where playing 55% of the snaps this season, he gets an additional $500,000. Now, if you watched my video from the other night, I mentioned why that would be kind of bad for the Cowboys to let that happen, only because that $500,000 would be going towards free agency in 2025 if the Cowboys are able to use that. But if Cooper Rush activates that or triggers that bonus rather, then it'll go to Cooper Rush and not to the Cowboys. So depending on what type of fan you are, I think you're either rooting for some Trey Lance snaps tomorrow or Cooper Rush. I gotta admit, everything Cooper Rush has done this year, I think he's earned that $500,000. I mentioned that in my video that I've already mentioned. But yeah, outside of that, guys, not too much on the Cowboys front. I know that I've been a little inconsistent with the videos lately. I do apologize for that. I've started a new job and I've been pretty burnt out, but it feels good to get back in the groove of things. I'm excited for this final game of the season. I'll be at the Cowboys finals game, but that means playoff time is right around the corner, and that's always a good time. And this season has been it's been a roller coaster, if you will. Looking forward to the off season and what the Cowboys may or may not do. So yeah, it's just feels good to be back, guys. I don't want. I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to end the video here. Again, thank you to everybody who watches these videos and supports the channel. Please make sure to subscribe, like this video. I'm Paul Ryan. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.